Hi, this is Susanna Bowling and the Times Square Beat, and we are at Feinstein's 54 Below with a man that I just saw recently at the Cheetahs. That's the Dance Awards. And here is Mr. LeRoy Reams.
Hello. It's good to see you again.
Long time.
Yes.
What is your show about? What are you doing?
Well, I've been thinking back on my life, and I spent 8 performances a week for almost 8 years doing 42nd Street, and I literally loved every single moment of it. And I thought, well, that's what I should do for my show. I should remember all those wonderful songs by Harry Warren and Al Dubin and tell stories about the stars, the creators, the producer, David Merrick, and put it into a little show and sing all the songs from the show and share my experiences with the audience. And I'm going to have a little bit of video and a little bit of pictures going on. So it's going to be a fun journey. And the show, was a huge, huge hit. And so many people have seen it. So I think that they will like looking back and sharing that glorious time.
Well, I was there for the opening night because Karen was my roommate back in L.A.
Yep.
And there was a lot of dirt and a lot of dish. Are you gonna get into that part of it as well?
Oh, some of it, yes, absolutely. I mean, the truth of what happened. It was a historic night, and there's been a lot of debate about that night, but it was a great way to go out. And I know that after everything that happened at the theater, we went to the party, and the first person I ran into was Bob Fosse, who came up to me, and I'm going to use a dirty word, so put your ears in if you don't want to hear it. He looked at me and he said, "That son of a bitch." He said, "I filmed my death and all that jazz, and he still had to do me one better by doing it on the opening night," which was funny. And we laughed, and I'm sure the Gower would be sharing, the laughter on that too. It was quite remarkable.
I'm sure the Gower would be sharing the laughter on that.
And also, by David Merrick making the announcement on stage, we got front page coverage over the entire nation, and it became a historical event and made the show a huge hit, and also brought the Gower Champion estate a lot of money. And so it was all for the good. A lot of people thought that we were being used, but I thought they took advantage of a historical thing, and David Merrick was that kind of producer. We don't have that anymore. I don't know whether we will ever have that kind of producer again.
How would you have been used? I would have never
meaning
thought that.
While we stood there hearing the news for the first time, where our grief and shock would be photographed, that they thought that it was taking advantage of a situation, and in a way it was, but at the same time, I thought of it as a good way of sharing it with the public, and, we were in shock. We did not know he had died that afternoon. It was kept secret from us. We were brought into the theater, and we were put under lock and key. We had to wear signs to get in and out of the theater. But that was all during rehearsals, too, because of David Merrick. Right. And he didn't want us to hear the news in case it broke. And David made a deal with all of the press that if they wouldn't print anything or put it on the news, he would make the announcement from stage and let them photograph him. So he did take advantage of the situation, but it brought us all a lot of money and was a great tribute to Gower Champion through the news media. So I thought of it as a positive thing.
Now, you've gone on to be a director and done other shows. You played Dolly.
Yes, I'm a show whore. I'll do anything if they pay me money. So, and again, that's a great show. And I directed. I played Cornelius in Carol's first revival, and I love the show so much, and I love the role, and I thought it would be fun to do it. And I like to break down barriers. I played the first openly gay character in a musical, got applause on Broadway. So, and I think that if a woman wants to play Professor Higgins in My Fair Lady, she should be able to do it. I think that we need to break down barriers by color, race, and everything else, and just do good shows and have good people doing them and share our American art form with everybody. And the musical theater is our American art form.
And what can we see you do besides this show at Feinstein's 54 Below?
Well, I'll be going down to direct Jerry's Girls at the Wick Theater in April of this next coming year down in Boca Raton. And I'll be doing, concert work and a few things like that. I'll be here at Feinstein's on New Year's Eve at 7 o'clock. So if you want to come down and pop a bottle of champagne, let's do it.
Old Ensign.
Yes.
And now, when will you be here this time?
I'll be here October 6th and 7th at the 7 o'clock show.
Well, we look forward to seeing you.
It's Friday and Saturday night.
Hey, prime time.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.